Okay.
I've written. It's not bad now. I
Okay.
say line 19. That's
That's
it.
that's everything. This is our whole app. Have you forgotten? User response. We've grabbed the response, checked the condition. We've checked the condition here, and then we've output results for each, and that's everything
Maybe
here.
you should
So I think I should just summarize everything. That will help.
yes.
Summarizing it would help. Okay, so I'll start from the pseudo first. So here with this pseudo here, so we're able to break this pseudo down. I think inside here we were able to break it down into 7 steps, although three of the steps are actually very essential, which is grabbing user response, checking the condition, then outputting a result. All right, so we're going to start from the pseudo again. I'm going to explain from the pseudo now that we are recording. So we created a pseudo. Actually, we created a pseudo code for breaking down our project. All right. So because we're actually dealing with mathematical thinking, we are thinking like a coder. So mathematical thinking in as a software engineer, like how to think mathematically in the world of programming. All right. So then we talked about three major logics, right? We talked about three major concepts that you can use to pass, which is the logic thinking in the sense of using if, then, and then loops like the one we did then, which the loop actually is when we talk about repetition. So because if the user actually still says no, the user will still have to repeat it. You keep doing it until you agree to the pattern we want you to agree to. All right. So then now here breaking it down. So you know everything here is just like a sentence. If you've read, go and play. S, stay back. That's just the sentence that brought up this app. Just normal sentence like this. If you've read, go and play. S, stay back. And then from there, as a mathematical thinking a mathematical thinker coder that we break this sentence down using these three concepts: logic thinking, breaking down, and then pattern plus repetition. We use it to break this sentence down to this chart. So this sentence became this chart. Let me bring it back to our view. Then let me bring these guys down. You need to follow them, Joe. So we used this one up a bit. So we used this sentence. You can see where the idea of our app comes from. Just I don't even think this sentence, if we were to count it one after, there is not even up to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Apart from the white spacing, I don't think it's up to 20. And if it's up to 20, it's not up to 50. And it's just like one sentence. If you've read, go and play. S, stay back. And then as a mathematical thinker, a mathematical coding thinker, we brought this sentence down and then sketch this out of this tiny sentence here. And we say, okay, it's going to start. Then we're going to say, have you read your book? You know, here it is not there to ask, have you read your book? But it said, if you've read, means definitely we are going to ask if you've read, right? Then we say, have you read your books? Then we grab the response, and then go and play. If you've read your book, go and play. S, stay back. So now we grab the response, and then we say, if the response is yes, then go and play. But if the response is no, then do what? Go back and read. Then you come back again. So if your response is no, you have to go back and read. Like you have to go back and read. Guy, you need to go back and read. But once your response is yes, you can go and play. So I don't trust this kind of app with Nigerians. Even if you don't read, you go say yes. God is watching you. Okay, so that is just the breakdown of our app. This is the pseudo
Like this now,
logic.
more just build lie detector as they do the phone. Just say,
We fit code lie detector, but how you go take break lie detector down here? With how you go take tell the system say make you understand when person dey lie and when e no lie? Alright, so now let's move this to this part, and then let me shrink it again so we can see it, and then I can use it to explain this particular one again. Why you going to run with full speed like this? Where the rush to go? Be coming down. Alright. Let me just leave it. Okay, so we're going back to the top. Let me close this terminal first. Then we are going back to the top. I would still like to showcase the pseudo. I ain't go sweet they explain now. Alright. So here we say we have three concepts that are very, very essential in this our application that we've just drafted here. So which is grabbing user response, check the condition which is assigned to each response, and then output a specific result to what the user response is. So here, this is start. So this is where we are starting. We are starting by welcoming the user, telling the user, dear user, welcome to Roy Take Up Discipline Checker. All right. Then here we say, have you read your book? So this is where we are now checking if users have actually read their books. All right. So then we are using, so step 2 here, we say use a loop to keep asking the user until they say yes. Because actually if you say yes, it stops, and no means to go back again. So it is until they say yes. Then now we come back here, and then we say while true, because we want true, it must be true. All right. So while true, response equals input. So here we are. Okay, let me let me read the comments, so and then let me not just assume each line. So let's read the comments. So here we are asking the, let's see this, user. We are asking the user a question and we want to get their answer. All right. Let me reduce this. I just hope you guys can see it though, because it don't tiny small now. If you can't see it, if you're using your mobile phone, please just pinch your screen to zoom into particularly this page. Zoom in inside here more. But if you're using your PC, so the length of the screen should be same with your PC. You should be able to see it the same way I'm seeing it. All right, so we are asking the user a question and then to get their answer. So we say here we now create a variable called response. This variable is where we are capturing what the user would say, and then we have our input to say, and then we are having our input here where we want to grab the user's response, and then we are asking the user, while we are trying to grab it, we are asking the user. So we're saying, have you read your books? Yes or no? And then whichever response that is that has been input here, that has been assigned here, that you input here, let's say if it is yes or no, it will automatically convert it to lowercase. That's the function at the back here, lower function here. So it's going to convert this to lowercase and then keep it inside the response. So whatever is at the right will be converted to response. So wherever you see response will no longer be called response in this machine, because it is the step-by-step breakdown. So this has read this as response, but when it's finished reading this, it discovered that you are trying to assign something here. So whatever has been assigned here, the system will no longer see this as a response. So if you say yes from there ends, instead of response, the user will be saying yes always. Yes. Wherever response appear, the user will be saying, the system will be saying yes, yes. Well, wherever, if it is no, wherever this response appears again, the system will be saying no, no, no after this particular one, because this is where you assigned response. This is where you change what response is. All right. So now we converted it to lowercase, and then we say step 4, check the answer. So this is where we are now checking the answer. So we are now saying if response, so if there is response, so which is yes, according to the example, if it is actually equals to yes, this first equals means if the small letter yes is the same as small letter yes, which is yes, and then this response here, the second equals means this is string. String means alphabet. If this one too also is alphabet, then it is correct. Which means if it is yes and it is also alphabet, it is also string, it is what? Correct. All right. So then if it meets this condition here, if it meets this condition here, this comparison here, then the next thing to do is what? If the answer is yes, which is what we've assigned here, allow user to play and exit the loop. So then we say print create job. You can go and play now. All right. And then immediately we break it so that there's no need for you reading else, since it is yes. But if it is not yes, then you can just read through and then continue that. Else, if the response is no, then if the answer is no, tell them to go back and read or restart. Then we say go and read your book, Oludo Oju Ejalu Moje. Then the person has to go back. And if you still haven't read, you will still go back. You cannot bypass it. You must say yes. That's if you've read. Don't say yes if you never read. No talk yes if you never read. Alright, so so with S being the last man in the gate, then we need to add this also. We need to add the semicolon, because this is speaking directly now to the first loop right here. This is where everything ends. Okay, so then it says we catch any other unexpected answers. Nigerian users, you people will come with slang. So then we tell the person invalid option. They see, because here we already told you yes or no. So it's just as simple as it is. So everything here is now the breakdown of this particular image right here. Okay, so I will beg you guys, please, it is very, very essential as a software developer to know how to use Pseoudo, like to know how to work with Pseoudo, because most of the time you might have not write the code, but showing this to another developer helps them understand what you are thinking. Okay, so it's not like going to them and then you want to go to another developer, then the next thing you are showing is textbook of sentence. If the user have now do no, then the user will now go back, then the user will now come back, and then we will now give the user and the user will try again. Then if the user have now, nobody is going to read. As someone like I hate reading documentation. As I don't want to call that word, but I hate reading documentation. So sometimes it is easier for me if I want to use like external APIs and the likes, I actually read documentations because I don't have option. But maybe you want to pitch your idea to me, a fellow developer. You want to do something and you just want me maybe to read through or see something, say what I can say about it, and you're coming with me with written words. My dear, I'm not reading. Like I hate reading as a person. I hate reading, but I don't have option. If it is not a novel about like things that interest me, I don't want to read. But if you're coming and you come with a pseudo code like this, it is easier for me. I will just run through. In fact, with this, I can just run through this within 10 seconds at max. Okay, I follow this structure. Right, have you read? Then to the response, and if yes, then go to play the response. If no, then go back. So even looking at these diagrams, looking at this arrow alone, I can tell the particular stuff that you're trying to do here, even without seeing like the end or trying to read completely what's inside everything. The way the structure is, I just know this is where it ends, and then this thing is something like returning users back to make sure something is correct. By looking at this kind of diagram, I can tell it's a loop. Okay, so now let's continue. So now that our app is ready, so let's launch our app so we can stop the session for today. We've actually spent more than enough time, and I myself actually have some things to cover up which I wasn't aware of before. This is actually very, very annoying, and the PC I'm supposed to use is down now. Oh my god. Okay. All right, so let's continue. Yes, so let's run our app. I'm going to increase this. Let's run our app. All right, let's run this, and then let's make sure the app is taking over the whole screen. All right. So it says, dear user, welcome to Roy Tech Up Discipline Checker. Have you read your books? Yes or no? So let's say, okay, let's tell the truth for once. Are we still with me? I'm not asking. I hope I'm not disconnected. My god, are we still here? Okay,
you're good,
thank goodness. All right, so then no, then it says go and read your book Olodo Ujuejalu Monje. Then it asks again, have you read your books? Yes or no? And I said no, and it asked again. But now if I say yes, and then you see it's the section ends, and it says great job, you can go and play now. All right, so now let's rerun this. So I can actually just run this from here again, say python app.py, and then hit enter. So I can just run it saying python then app.py. So dear user, welcome to Roy Tech Up Discipline Checker. Have you read your book? So now let's use uppercase yes. You see, it's still going
Maybe.
to work because it's going to convert it to lowercase automatically. So if I still say yes, it's still going to say great job. You can go and play now. So I'm going to run the code again. If you have your question, please just start asking. No, and then it says go and read your book. So now it says, have you read your book? Now let's answer with
It's alright.
it's alright, thank you. Let's write it together. It's alright. Then it says invalid option. You know they see yes or no.
It's all
Have,
beans.
it's it's so beans. It's so beans. And it says invalid option. You know they see. So now then we say yes, and then our program runs, and it is successful. So thank you all for joining in till the end of this session, because this is probably the end of the session. But before we go come out, let me ask, do we have any questions, or do you have any? Okay, yes, someone wants to ask question. Wait, wait, set screen where? Okay, who is it? Someone is raising up their hand. Let me bring it up.
Oh,
Yes,
Tukoya,
who? Okay, you can ask your questions now. Yes, ask.
Okay, good evening,
Good
children
evening.
of God.
Thank you, ma.
I don't.
Ah,
Yes, we are
yes.
children of God now. We know.
Yes, no, the way she said it, and she laughed.
I
Why?
mean,
No,
it come like say we'll be
honestly,
children of Satan. Say she dey whine us.
I
And
beg,
why,
I beg,
why the
I
laughter?
beg. No, TV say I dey laugh myself. I don't
Okay.
even run join this meeting. Nah, sir.
Oh,
I am the most confused person
hey.
in this. But I think that this little thing where you don't do like one or two now, like I can tell you that maybe I've gotten one or two. But
Okay.
honestly, this little time that I joined
Hmm.
wasn't enough to even get the full gist. You
Omo.
get so I'm just trying to suggest that we do it again, and next time when we are doing it, let us like 2 to 3 days towards when we are learning it.
Hmm.
Let it just be that you keep on announcing it. You can even pin the message on the group chat so
Okay.
that like it will sound as a
Hmm.
warning, so that
Hmm.
all of us will be active then and will
Okay.
join the session. Okay, but this little something that I saw now, I at least I can
Okay.
say that it's better than
Okay.
when
You don't
someone.
understand anything at all, right?
No, I got one or two because I
Okay.
think it's programmed. You already programmed it earlier that
Okay. Before you
whenever.
came in. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. So I just came in few minutes ago. I don't think it's up to 5 minutes.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't want to push us back because
Okay.
I know maybe you have something else to do. So I'm just
Yes.
suggesting that next time, just at least
Hmm.
tell us on time so that we'll come.
All
Most
right.
of most of us like this because you know that this is the second week already and it's
Hmm.
getting ending of the second week. I had after the second week they'll start giving assignments.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
and some of us are not even sure of what we are doing, let alone doing the assignment.
Okay.
You get the
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So actually, I would have loved to like summarize everything, but my sister, we have been here since 6, and this is after 8.
yes, that
So,
I totally understand. That's why I
uh-huh.
said it's all right. It's very, it's very everybody can go, but I
Mm-hmm.
beg,
She
All right.
said
una
it's all right. It's all right. It's all beans.
yes, all right, no problem.
Yes.
It's all
Next
beans.
no
It's
delay,
all beans.
no
Oh,
problem. No
good.
delay.
All right.
Yes,
So,
just arrange them another day in
no
a better
problems.
way.
No problems.
Yes,
Mm.
I
Don't
really
Okay, I'm
worry.
want to.
going
We'll
to
come and do
re-host.
this.
I'm going to re-host this session then. So I'm definitely going to re-host this session, and then we're going to do. Probably we can do the same thing. We can do the same thing, or if a new app idea comes in, then we're definitely just going to do that one, and then
Okay.
we can still like reuse this if we want to. If we are just going to do it the way the spirit leads. Okay. So once again, let me just summarize. So this is what we call pseudo code. Software engineers, we call this
Is this one
pseudo.
the Python, right? It's the Python that is this.
Yes,
Because
this is Python.
looking at
Yeah,
one in
this
this
is
course,
Python at the right
it's
at the
not
right side.
Python
Yeah.
on my system.
So this is
Yes.
Python here, and then
All
this is
right.
our
Okay.
code. This is our pseudo code. So this is
All
more
right.
like software engineers' way of um, how do I say it? Explaining or describing their projects. to other software developers. So instead of like coming to
Lucia, oh
them
no vex,
with
abeg. Lucia, please can you put off your
who
mic?
is whose mic is that? Okay, Lucia.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so much.
Lucia.
You can go ahead.
All right. So this is like the way software engineers actually speak with themselves. So they just show you
All
something
right.
like this, and then you as another software developer should be able to like tell what the person is trying to explain. Okay.
Explain.
Yeah. So we call it pseudo code. We call it pseudo code like this. Pseudo code. So and yes. So after breaking down, so this pseudo code you're seeing here, this diagram was a breakdown. Is what we break down from this particular word here. This
Okay.
sentence, just this sentence, is what we use to create this whole app here. So we say
Okay.
if you've read, go and play. S, stay back. Then from there we break it down that have you read. Then we grab the response of the user. We grab the response of the user, and then we say if the user says yes, then the user can go and play. But if the user says no, then the user should go back and read.
Yeah.
Then the user will have to
Getting the
go back.
understanding to this
hmm
diagram.
So then we now brought this diagram and break it down into code here. So this
Yeah.
is what another software engineer, like this is what software engineer that is given this task to work on will now do, and it's going to do exactly what we have here in the diagram. So thank you all once again, and I am still taking questions. I am still accepting
Thank
questions. I
you
am still
so
waiting for
much.
questions. I really appreciate you all too for joining in. I appreciate you for wanting to do something great with your life, because in this era I think even as tech keeps evolving, more people actually are finding it difficult to just want to do something, and I don't know why. It's actually very, 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 very not encouraging. So should in case if you're joining in late, so just prepare your mind. We're going to host this section again. I don't want to promise tomorrow, but let me just say tomorrow. Okay, so it's going to be the same time, Nigerians, from 6 p.m. again. If you pass 6 p.m., I know they go back, they go explain again. No Niger person, no year PG for year. If you pass 6 p.m., you are on your own. Like
Oh, you are.
I tell you, or your OYO. So if you be Nigerian and you no come on time, if I dey redo this thing, I fit no even record am because I don record twice today now. I record one, e crash. Record the second one late. In fact,
You know,
the thing don tire me now. Head wey I wan take go do my
we know
project,
Nigeria
task wey
nation.
dey my neck na still choke for there. I never even know wetin to do because my pal that we're actually working on it together is giving me issue. Just say make him just help me grab details come from Firebase. It still dey put me on hold, and na the mail wey we wan use na hand dey. So I'm still like that one still dey back of my head, still dey disturb me. Then I still went ahead and things just crumbled today. I had to drop my connection, went out before when my PC switched to another router. In fact, today no even just I just
Just
thank God say we
just
don do
go
finish.
with
So I just thank God
no
say we don do
problem.
finish. So please, Nigerians, abeg, I know say we be all of us na Africans, but abeg make we no use African time. I dey use go beg una. So and it's even 50-50 sef. So I wish we are going to do it tomorrow. I really wish, and I am planning to make sure that we do it tomorrow. But it go still dey on top 50-50 because if the project choke tomorrow, una fit see die minutes message say we don postpone am. Hey, please let me speak correct English so that should in case there are some people that are not following. I mean, we're supposed to do this thing tomorrow, so we are going to like do this again tomorrow for those who came in late or who are absent because we were unable to record this class. If not, people we absent, if you just upload them for YouTube, give una link, una go watch. But the videos are not complete, and make I see if you later complete sef. This one we record them late, so to still look somehow. So we can still use tomorrow to rephrase everything. So tomorrow might actually be another app idea and can still be the same thing. All right. So that's just it about what you like the primary breakdown of what you mean by mathematical thinking for coding. All right. So, but then what else can I even just say so we can wrap around everything off for today. So I don't know, but just make sure you just do one thing. See, coding isn't just about memorizing, like trying to memorize what you have to do when you get here. It's just about learning how to think step by step. As you can see, step by step by step by step by step. So if you can break things down step by step, if you can break it down step by step in your pseudo, you'll be able to break it down step by step here. And then with the step by step, you guys see that the application actually makes sense, right? Even though it doesn't have a user interface, but at least interacting with it on the terminal was fun, isn't it? So if you know how to think step by step like a machine, but you have to be able to dream like a human. But at least if you can break things down step by step, really help you. So that is the main logic behind the thinking, the mathematical thinking. So the more you practice thinking before coding, the better the better your codes becomes. And then I don't even know, we have, let me just break this down. So I will just use it as our closing this thing. Let me just break this particular guys down again. So let me zoom right in. Let's use these guys again. So I'm going to zoom right into their own page. So let me shrink them so that I can zoom more and more. Shrink. Alright. So now these are the three compact components for you to be able to become a good mathematical thinker when it comes to the aspect of coding. All right, which I'm still going to give you. I think, was it not 7? Okay, if I start writing them, I should remember. So text, which number 1 is very essential. Number 1 is understand the problem. All right. Number 2, break. Should I say break the problem? No. Let's say break it into parts. Break it into parts. Then think in steps. For example, maybe if, maybe loop, maybe calculate. Leave there for me. Let me increase this. Increase this boss. Oh, I can't stretch it anymore. Okay. So, like calculate or calculate fast, whichever one. You can calculate fast, you can calculate. I'll click on from outside, stretch it. Okay. So calculate fast. Then, if you understand it, break it into parts, think in steps. Then write the code. Write the code. Then test it. So we've tested it. And then
Debug.
Thank you. Fix mistakes.
Debug.
Mistakes. And
Chop
then debug. No be all of us sabi all this code stuff. So most of us na beginner, we never even hear programming stuff before. So fix mistake, which programmers call debug, and then repeat it. Repeat it. So so that's just it. So these are the 7 steps into becoming a mathematical code thinker, or a code thinking a mathematical coding genius. So if you understand this perspective in your mind, you'll be able to write pseudocodes. Like pseudocodes will just be easy for you to write. Like in fact, you can just sleep and wake up. Your mind can just be thinking something. Before you know it, you've break it down into pseudo, transfer it. Just grab the link. Where's the share? Just share. Grab the link. Wait, I first grab the link. Save. Let's see. No, don't share to Google Classroom. No, don't publish to the community. I want to use it myself. Let me just grab the link from here. So I'm not using the destiny. Pseudo code. Yeah, this is it. So I just grab the link outside of the embedded stuff here. So look at the link safe here. So and then I can paste it for us to see. So if you want to access that our studio code, so I say studio code, pseudo code rather. I don't know why I'm saying nonsense. Okay, it's supposed to be here, right?
People are requesting for the code. Maybe you should just copy.
Yes, I'm just going to give you the link to the. So this is the link to the Figma, the pseudo code. So this is the link to the pseudo code. You can edit also. So if you want to edit, you can request permission to edit, and I'm going to approve. So you can write whatever you want. So just click on the message icon. Click on the message icon here, and then you'll be able to see the link here. So you're going to see the link.
One of the code, the Python code. That's what
Okay, the Python code, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Since
Just
you need
copy
access
it.
to the Python code, don't worry. I'm going to push it to GitHub and then share you the link so you can clone it. You guys know how to clone a particular file from GitHub. Now you can clone GitHub repositories. Oh no, nobody's happy. Okay,
Answer now.
I'm going to call. You say answer now. You wait the talk, uncle.
May I sabi now?
Okay, you sabi. Yeah. If you sabi,
the answer.
then there is no need. Let me just copy everything like this and then keep it inside this same pseudo here. So someone is here. Someone
Sharp,
is
sharp.
here. Someone is here already. Okay.
People know they carry life.
So let's grab our text. So I'm going to add the code in a text somewhere around here where you people can just I'll put them for here. So let me drag it out. So you can copy it directly and then just paste inside your Visual Studio Code. So
Sharp shooter. Who be that person, sir? That person is ready.
the person won't learn. That's how you know.
Yeah.
That's how you know people that are eager to learn. So I've added it to the pseudo code. So the code is here.
The spirit is willing. The flesh is willing too.
So the code is here in our.
None of them is willing.
This man allow me to teach with you the teacher. Okay, so the code is here already, and we have the code already in our Figma this thing right here. So I'm going to share the Figma link to us via the Telegram session and maybe on the WhatsApp platform also. So I'm going to give this to my second. Is going to do that. So I think in the inside this meeting. So no day.
Your second
Bless.
no day active.
Bless say they work. Bless say they work. I told you guys that we have project on our neck. Just have to just slide out. So although she's the one that planned this section sharp. So all right. So thank you all. In fact, anything we reach to may they do all these things, get time on. Because the next thing you'll be hearing is, we have deadline to meet. Okay. So thank you all for joining in once again this marvelous session. You see?
That's life as a programmer.
I tell you, it's like most of the time you're welcome another person. So the thing is, the life of a programmer is actually very stressful. Why? Because you'll be forced to be thinking, or for no reason. I was eating this afternoon. While I was eating, my mind was not even eating the food. So I think someone is moving around. Who is this? Praise. Okay, Praise is moving around. All right. So you So the thing is,
Praise one change the code created.
no, I think he came to copy it. He came to copy it. So the thing is, when when I was eating, my head was like was thinking about the project. So most of you would have seen the project, the TWS Connect project for a particular Christian group. So that project actually been with us now. This should be, I think, the third week, and the people that actually gave us this task, they didn't even come with a documented what's it
Ha.
called, a documented this thing. They just came and they were like, okay, we are this group, we want to do so we need, in fact now we even still generate the idea, no be them even bring the
No
idea of how
template,
the,
nothing, nothing.
I'm telling you,
Ha.
they didn't even come with templates, with what they just tell us, they just explain to us what they
No
were
UI
doing,
UX.
what they are doing, and then their idea. So we were not the one pitching to them that, okay, what if we do it this way, that it's as this way and then it does this way. So they were not like
Holy no. Okay,
you know,
build them, sha.
you know that kind, who be this Caroline, okay, so you know that kind of thing where, like, I was a little bit stressed in my neck because it dey pain me saying that we need to come dey tell una wetin I want to, and what you have to say is so we did a short
That's
this
why there's
thing.
Oraimo code. Wipe them for neck.
Abba, how you go wipe, you dey wipe person wey dem no fit see.
Oh yeah, no.
You no fit wipe person
Electronic
wey you no fit see na.
thunder.
Wait, oh, we don finish class, ma quickly stop the recording.